So the next stage is to ask locals about possible sources of infection in the West End. I'm gonna have to ask people. My mesmerize level is level 4. That's pretty good. Let's do side quests before we ask people. If I can find my way around here. Let's locate Emily. Charlotte Ashbury, the adopted daughter of Elizabeth, is a strong young woman with first-hand knowledge of vampires. And, let's follow that marker. See you later, mate.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed.
Oh, he says it to the end.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Yep. That does seem to be the case. Let's go to Venus's house first. Oh, wait. That's our objective for the quest.
Hello again, Venus.
Jonathan, you're still up. Can't you just knock at people's doors during the day?
But I want tea.
I'm sure you can spare me a few minutes. For old time's sake.
Of course you may enter, Jonathan. I remember when Mary came here with her husband and her son. They were such a beautiful family.
They both died, I think. Let me look around a little bit more, because, money. Taking all of it, it's really awkward.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
Thank you, taking all of your stuff. She has a lot of money.
But at this hour of night?
I know. It's kind of complicated.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Venus.
So you returned from the war in one piece too. Thank God. My Clarence is back home too.
How is the old rascal?
Probably outside, chasing ghosts and chimeras. Clarence has changed a lot since he returned from the war, you know.
Yep.
How have you been since the last time we met? How long has it been? 3 years now?
I've done my duty, like all British women. You have no idea what it was like to wait for months without knowing if I'd still be a wife or a widow.
I understand. Luckily, this part of town has been saved from the worst of the bombings, from what I've seen.
Yes, and it's also true about the epidemic. The flu has killed here too, of course, but not on such a large scale as in other parts of town.
Have you noticed anything peculiar about the neighborhood recently?
You mean except for your return to town? No. Oh, and again, Jonathan, please accept my condolences for your sister.
Thank you, Venus. It was so sudden. And I've been so busy, I haven't spoken to anyone about it.
I wish I could have assisted at the funeral, but, you know, it's been so quick. And what with the epidemic in the streets?
There's no need to apologize, my dear. It's normal, considering the circumstances.
No, it's not. I am sure that Clarence has not even thought to present you his condolences. He is too busy with his penny dreadful stories.
Why is my return so surprising?
It's more an unexpected happy end than a surprise. You and Clarence, back from the war. You have no idea how hard it's been for me.
I'm gonna leave that for later. I think there's another question here. Oh. Okay.
Venus, Why do you worry so much about your family's reputation?
Everyone laughs at Clarence now. And they avoid me because they believe I share his insane opinions. I'm a leper in my own community.
Well. And that's the main quest there. Let's pursue that later.
Goodbye for now.
I wonder...
When Mary came here with her husband.
I wonder if I'm gonna be able to talk to him about that. Because it didn't unlock anything new. Wait. There's more stuff up here. Screws! Screws. That dress. Wait. Oh, nothing.
It's locked.
It is indeed. Venus's journal. I spent the last day and night crying tears of joy. I did not know bliss could be so painful. My Clarence just wrote me. He is back from the war alive and unharmed. He will be at home in 2 weeks. Thank you, God. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see my beloved husband again. And then 2 weeks after that, more than 2 weeks, a month and a bit. Clarence's attitude still worries me. He is not the same since he came back. The first few weeks I thought it was just the necessary adjustment period, but his behavior seems to be more and more erratic. Nowadays, he spends all his time outside, day and night, searching for evidence. He does not care about the flu. He does not care about me. He is starting to frighten me. And then, a month and a half later, I can't believe this. Clarence has spent half of his pension to print some stupid leaflets. He now wants to freely give away in the neighborhood. People are starting to laugh at me. Now he wants to organize some public lecture in a recently closed theater to warn people about the presence of evil creatures in London. Free entry, of course. My husband may have come back unharmed from the war, but I'm afraid he lost his mind over there. Clarence just confessed he has not spent half of his pension, but all of it, plus some of our savings. Paper and inks cost so much because of the war, he said, but it is a cost we must pay. People openly mock us now. I don't know what to do. Then, a couple of weeks later, today the butcher, Mr. Galway, sent me the monthly fee and requested payment in full. He also told me he now demands to be paid each time we buy some meat from his shop. No more credit. The baker asked the same thing 2 days ago. First I thought it was a new policy because of the restrictions and the epidemic, but it seems my friends still have financial arrangements from the same shop. I was so ashamed I could not speak. We can't keep on like this. Clarence is completely mad. He is spending all the money we have, and I don't see how to stop him. Sometimes I wish he did not come back from the war. Clarence is spending his family fortune to finance his campaign against vampires in the West End. He is indeed, isn't he? Do vampires have allies among the living? Yes, they do. They call themselves the Brotherhood, and they serve their immortal masters in many ways, probably in exchange for privileges and knowledge. Somewhere in London is the seat of their power, where their secret council conspire against us. I call it... Actually, the council conspires against us. I call it the Lost Library. It is a place where these traders gather many occult and lost books. I personally offer £1,000 to the first who can give me proof of the existence of this library and its exact location. Clarence, CROSSLEY. For more information, please contact me directly. This goes outside. Let me go downstairs first. This guy's an idiot. He's gonna get himself killed. If the vampires... they'll find out about him.
What do you need from me, Jonathan?
There's nothing here. She doesn't actually talk.
Goodbye for now.
So... let's see what that door is. Oh, it's just a veranda. Or actually, is it? Oh! What a lovely place.
No invitation is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign. No sign of a struggle. It seems Charlotte's friend knew the killer and let him in.
Oh, this is our objective. Yeah, it is not a good sign. Another dress. My dear Jack, I can't wait to see you again. Tonight, tomorrow, I can hardly wait. Since we kissed on that bridge while the moon was so bright in the night sky, I want to feel your teeth again on my lips. Oh, the excruciating pain of your sweet bite on my neck, you devil you. For the longest second ever, I feared you were going to kill me right there on the bridge in the middle of the night. But no, my dear Jack, you remained the delicate fiancé I know you are, and you were only teasing me. I can't wait to drink your blood for good this time and come back to my sweet friend Charlotte, as in immortal. To play with her a little first, of course, like you taught me how to play with mortals, and then I'll turn her into one of us too, and we will rule the Knights of London and cleanse this city of its impure souls. Faithfully, Emily.
Emily wanted to become a vampire. Something must have gone wrong. Someone is responsible for this mess. But who?
Well, the vampire, maybe the vampire who. This is bad. This is bad news. It probably would have been better if she threw herself in front of a horse. Oh. Oh, there's blood here.
Blood. I should follow the trail.
Doesn't go in. It goes out. Oh. So we are in a place where we've been already. The North Docks. Yes, I know where we are. Vampires are about. Or skulls. Same difference. Okay, we're following the right tracks. Excuse me. Okay. Thought I was gonna be attacked from that side. What? Oh no.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and I strongly invite you to find your own game, sir.
I appreciate the invitation, but I'm here to solve the mystery concerning the death of a young woman killed by a vampire.
A young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I do love the British sense of humor.
Yes, Mr. Dracula.
What are you doing here?
I recently decided to visit London. I've always dreamed of visiting a city on the verge of collapse. Such a delicate yet intense spectacle.
You take pleasure from others' misery.
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was reborn, sir. And probably before.
What do you plan to do here?
Take pleasure. Take pictures. Enjoy the show. Have fun. Believe me, I won't be the only foreign immortal who bought a ticket to the fair.
And who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond de Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your service, my dear cousin.
You're French, but your English is quite good.
I was born in France, sir, but I consider myself a traveler of this world. So many countries, so many tantalizing tastes.
Dear cousin, are we related?
We could be of the same blood, my dear. I tend to consider all Econs as family, don't you?
I followed the trail of blood from her room to here.
Oh, you're referring to that young woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last redingote.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. Oh, blood can be so messy.
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
The body rejected my blood. It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun, until the artery burst.
I believe you, sir. Emily's diary confirms your statement.
Oh, Emily was her name. Quite charming. Well, mystery solved then.
Yes, I suppose so. You can go.
And so can you. Farewell, sir. May you enjoy the spectacle of this fallen city as much as I do.
It's only the first step. Support the
Charlotte.
equality between men and women.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
I don't know that it is a good evening, actually.
I have found out what happened to your friend, Emily.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the bloody details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned. I often suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure? To become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood?
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me. Thank you, sir. Here, take this for your discretion.
Charlotte's steak. Oh, it's upgraded. Thank you. That's actually very, very handy. I do need to get aluminum parts and whatnot. I'll talk to you about the rest, I suppose, later when I do the main quest.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Investigation succeeded. Let's go back to Lady ASHBURY. Oh, wait. That's true. Maybe I should talk as well to Venus's husband. Where is he? He should be around. Warning leaflet. West Enders must unite. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them control you. They are amongst us. They lust after your soul. Vampires are real. Defend your community. This public warning leaflet has been financed and distributed by CROSSLEY. For more information, please contact him directly. Hey, this guy. He's gonna get himself killed, I tell you. Oh, that's not him. There you are.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
Got a bunch of lines for him.
Do you realize you are ruining your family, Clarence? Don't you see the risk here?
Money isn't important. Not important when it is a matter of life and death. That is what my dear Venus cannot understand.
People will laugh at you, if they don't already. Think about your wife and your position. Think about your future.
I understand my wife's embarrassment, but gossips don't kill, vampires do. There'll be no future if people don't open their eyes.
I can't believe I'm telling you this, but if warning people is that important to you, why not choose a more efficient way to spend your money?
Don't you think I tried? I knocked at every door, went to every bank, I even tried to be published. No, Jonathan. This is a one-man war.
Clarence, Why have you distributed leaflets about vampires all across the West End?
I have to warn everybody about them. They've killed thousands of people already, unnoticed thanks to the epidemic. We are all in danger here.
Vampires in London? Come on, Clarence. Who's going to believe that?
I'm not mad, Jonathan. You have to believe me. I know they are real. They're all around us, even as we speak.
Clarence, you've always been a reliable and a good friend to me. If you say you saw a vampire, then I believe you.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for your trust. You don't know what that means to me.
It's all right. But if you want my help, you have to explain exactly what happened.
The first time it was in Rouen. I saw an officer drink the blood of a soldier. I saw its teeth, saw it bite. It was a vampire, Johnny, and they're here too.
Clarence saw a vampire killing a victim while he was serving in France. No, that's not what he said. Clarence is spending his... Yeah.
Tell me what you have discovered about vampires, Clarence.
They've always been here. And if you search for long enough, you realize others know about these devils too. I'm not alone.
Have you shared your research with anybody else?
No. But I've published my leaflets all across the city, hoping that someday someone will realize I'm printing the truth.
What do you mean you're not alone? Who have you met?
The Guard of Prewyn, the Brotherhood of St. Paul Stole, Ichabod Throgmorton. Those names always pop up when you dig deep enough.
Have you spoken with any of them?
No. With the quarantine, it's almost impossible to leave the West End. But as a doctor, maybe you could, Johnny.
Are you asking me to help you prove the existence of vampires, Clarence?
Yes, Johnny. Please, gather all the information you can find about vampires and bring it to me. You're the only friend I have left. I need you.
New investigation. They are among us.
Clarence, tell me about the vampire you saw in France.
I was enjoying my leave in Rouen. I left the bar, took a shortcut back to the barracks. I saw it in a back alley. An officer in a stained uniform, biting into a soldier's neck.
But you were drunk, weren't you? Are you sure these two men were not just kissing?
Please don't insult me, Johnny. I hid, and I saw him leave. Then I saw the body, drained of all blood. I've seen the same marks here in London since I've returned.
Did you ever see that officer again?
No. He wore the uniform of the Royal Warwickshire Regiment. I did some research, but found no trace of him. He probably stole it from a previous victim.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Can you help me?
Infection is everywhere these days. But if you ever go to the park near that swanky house belonging to the Mullaneys...
Yes? What about the Mullaneys? What about their house?
Not enough noise for a big family with children. Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there? I wonder.
I think I know where that house is.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
I should try to heal you as well. Let me go talk to your missus. Yes,
Hello.
yes.
I remember when Mary came here with her husband. What do you need from me, Jonathan?
Many things. Talk about your husband.
Tell me about Clarence's obsession with vampires.
It drives me so crazy it makes my stomach hurt. I was so relieved to have him back. But I quickly realized he'd lost his mind in France.
I understand your irritation, Venus. But you have to accept the trauma Clarence endured on the battlefield.
The question is simple, Jonathan. Is my husband mad? Yes or no? Do vampires exist? Or is Clarence a lunatic?
So you don't believe Clarence?
If poor Mary, bless her soul, had tried to convince you of the existence of bloody vampires, would you have believed her? Seriously?
The important question is, what do you really think of your husband?
I'm tough, Jonathan. He should have told me the horrors he witnessed, however appalling it was, instead of inventing a fantasy about blood-drinking monsters.
What do you think about Clarence squandering his fortune on his obsession?
Soon we'll be poor, and forced to sell the house. Where will we go? In which filthy, infected part of town will we end up? I'm so afraid.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
The McPhersons. I heard they locked themselves in their own house.
They could just be afraid of getting sick.
Perhaps you're right. But if I were you, I'd pay them a visit. A big house, reachable through a courtyard, to the north of the railway bridge.
I don't actually know where that is.
Goodbye for now.
Where is the other quest pointing to? Or this quest. Find the violence of Volkods. Find an exceptional restaurant for...
I'm so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
Yeah.